Okay, hi, I'm Colin,
I'm Alex.
and welcome to Killoskehane Castle in Ireland.
I know, in the depth of Ireland, in County Tipperary. But why are we here?
So we're here, well, first a little bit about us. We met in San Francisco many, many moons ago. And Alex used to live here in Ireland and worked for a very cool company.
Yeah. I worked for a couple of big companies here.
Yeah, so he lived here for 10 years, and then I met him in San Francisco because Google brought him to San Francisco.
Yeah.
And I came to visit with him for the first time ever. For the first time ever, came to Ireland
2016?
16.
I think so, yeah.
And I fell in love with it, hardcore fell in love with it. So we've been in San Francisco for a long time, and we decided we're over this. It's not for us anymore.
Yeah. Well, we're over San Francisco. We wanted to do something else.
We love San Francisco, but we had been there for a long time, and so it was time for a change. And so when the opportunity came to move to Ireland,
we did. It was easy because there was a good way for us to come over to Ireland. But when we were in Ireland, we wanted to do something else a little bit. Anyway.
Yes, we have been planning since 2016. We'd had this dream of opening up kind of like a retreat wellness center, and there's a reason for that, which we'll get into, but which we can explain a little bit what that means.
And let me just say, retreat, wellness, don't think about going to a spa and getting pampered, It's
not quite
difference,
that
right?
kind of wellness. Yeah. So anyway, we were looking in France for a long time, actually, because our main goal was to buy, France has all kinds of cheap properties. Well, relatively cheap. Cheaper
than a house in San Francisco.
Much cheaper than a house in San Francisco, and you can get a lot of land. So we actually went over there quite a few years and looked at quite a few places. And then finally one day we were
it hit, right? And then the prices kind of skyrocketed in France, right?
Yeah, but kind of everywhere. The housing market was all wacky. And so anyway, one day was after we were staying at a place nearby, and I found this ad online for this place, and the description was really not good.
Let's say basic, maybe.
It was really not good, and the pictures were really not good. But we were hey, Alex.
Colin, talk about the pictures.
Oh, it was very, I can't say it. There was very dated
It was a
pictures.
tree.
I know, it was a close-up of a tree, and a close-up of a door, and a close-up of a piece of stone, and it was just but the description said it was this old historic castle in Irish countryside, and the price was pretty good, so I was all right, let's just go check it out. We're already at this place nearby.
Actually, let me just kind of say one thing from people who don't know Ireland. So when Ireland say castle, don't think about it like a French chateau or the fairy castle. It's more like a tower house, right? It's kind of a very...
Castle.
I know, but it's not like a castle.
No one thinks French chateau when you think of castle.
No, I know, but I would think that people think about it as a Disney castle. It's not a Disney castle. It's more like a fortress. It's I don't know. Yeah, it's true.
I guess you got a point.
True, right?
It's not a Disney castle. It's a
I
fortress.
just want to set the scene.
Anyway, we came to look at it because we were let's see what we can get for the same price that we would be looking for in France. Also, we kind of talked about it. We don't really have any connection to France. I mean, it's beautiful. The food's great. We love it. We'd been there a lot, but we didn't really have any...
It was a pure business decision for France, whereas over here it was a decision that was more also heart-related because we both really love Ireland. Yeah.
It's true, and so we just decided to stop by. We called up the agent, said, hey, can we view this place? And then we got
last
here,
minute, right?
Very last minute, and thank God she was yeah, of course, come. I don't have many people looking at it, and I wonder why. So anyway, we got here, and I think we first started seeing this place, and obviously you're going to get a look at it. And we were walking through, and I'm kind of side-eyeing Alex, are you seeing this place? What the hell? This is amazing. And the agent, bless her heart, she didn't know the square footage. She didn't know many details about it. I don't think she knew.
She didn't have the keys for certain rooms.
She didn't have the keys for certain rooms. So we're kind of the whole time doing this side-eye thing. And then we came and saw the top floor, and it was completely trashed.
Which, by the way, was the last one, right? Remember?
No, the chapel was technically the last.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
She didn't have the keys, so we were locked out.
Yeah.
Anyway, we saw it, and that's when we kind of decided, this place, for sure, we're very interested. Yeah. And then, like Alex said, she didn't have the keys to the chapel, so we were almost done with the viewing, and then she's like, oh, I need to go get the keys. There's one more thing I got to show you. And so we came and saw the chapel, and then that sealed the deal for us. We actually made an offer
the same day, yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
A tiny little bit about the place. You will hear us talking about this more, but It's actually way older than anything we've seen before. They started building the original tower in 1580, so ages ago. Then it was extended 1620, which is not bad, so it's kind of like a little bit of an add-on. And then the main renovations, and that was actually really funny in the ad that was put up, was 1865.
Yeah.
So the ad, when you read it and going like, fully renovated in 1865, and we go like, what does it mean? There is no running water in the building? Or does it mean that there is...
Well, for Ireland, that's pretty recent. From someone from America, that's an old...
I know, but still, when somebody says fully renovated, it feels like, so no heating, no water, no, you know.
Yeah.
But when we came here, what really stood out is that the whole property, because it was done in 1865, when you didn't have to defend anymore, the rooms are laid out. Yeah, but the rooms are laid out in a really pleasant manner. There is no room that is too small. Have high ceilings in there, and it just felt good when we walked through it. Right?
Yeah, I'm big on. Well, I say I'm not big, but I am. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
You're trying to say spiritual.
When you have an energy. We walked into a lot of places that had some pretty, some shit went down in these places. But this one we walked into and it was like, it just didn't feel, for the history and all the shit that did go down, it didn't feel that.
There will be, hopefully, an episode where we can talk a little bit about the really quirky history of this place.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about
We're not talking about it now, but we're just leaving it out there. It really is interesting.
So it captivated us. We put an offer in.
Yes.
It took us quite a bit. We put an offer in September of 2022.
Yes.
And we got the keys February 1st of 2023. So it was quite a process to get that all down.
And nothing to do with the agent or anything. It's just the process how it is here in
just
Ireland.
a lot longer. Hi guys, we're here in Dublin. It's kind of a nasty day, but we just officially signed the deed to our new Irish castle.
Oh my God.
I know, it's like been taking us months and months and months since September. We've been going through it, but we finally did it, and now we're going to celebrate by having some tea. But during that time, we had all these. We just were sitting and thinking about all the things we wanted to do with it, and like mulling over like all the cool ideas
grew and
we
grew
had.
and grew.
Like it kept growing and figuring out like what we were gonna do and how we were gonna design it, and the renovations that we had to do. We're obviously keeping the integrity of the history of the castle.
Absolutely.
So we're not knocking down any. I mean, we wouldn't want to even if we needed to. We're only adding some drywall, but yeah, it's really cool, and we can't wait to show you. It's like been a dream of ours for a long time.
And so, do we know the square foot now?
I think
it's about 9,000 square foot or so. So
900 square meters.
Or 900 square meters, which is possibly a little bit more than 900 square foot. 9,000 square foot. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Anyway, it's big. It's got, what, 8 bedrooms?
It's got 8 bedrooms, but it's not so big that you get lost. It's big that it still feels like, I know kind of, it's hard to say that a fortress castle is homey, but it still feels homey enough to like, you can go see everything and get really like comfortable. It doesn't feel like you have to walk.
Yeah, that's true.
So far.
Now, when we got this place, the previous owners had done some amazing work already, right? So it basically was semi-abandoned back in 2014 or so, and so when they bought it, they put a lot of effort in to bring it up to a certain standard. But not everything was done. So certain things like the heating, for example, right? That was redone in the 70s, which is okay, but as you can imagine, maybe needed to be overhauled.
Oh, we fully did
right?
everything. We redid everything, which is why it's really cool that you guys are gonna see
the
this journey
bit.
because we literally did the insulation, heating, electric, roof, flooring, walls, windows, replaced the windows. We want to show all of that to all of you because we thought it was really fun. So that's why we're starting this channel.
And yeah, so you'll see some of the old stuff that we've done. Possibly quality will be quite interesting, but we're trying to bring you along now. Thankfully, not everything is finished, so you'll see some new stuff as well.
Yeah, you get to come live for the journey, so we hope you like it.